Look, am I the only person that wishes that politicians would just be quiet about video games, man? Because here we go again with this whole video games cause violent argument. Let's talk about it. What's going on, beautiful people? The Black Hokage here, aka TBH, and to be honest, politicians, they're back in the news for all the wrong reasons. But before we get into that, friendly reminder, for the month of March 2021, we are giving away a PlayStation 5. If you guys want to get your hands on a free PlayStation 5, all you got to do is pause this video, hit the like button, and click the link in the description box below to sign up for the giveaway. Doesn't take but a minute. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's news story. According to patch.com, Illinois lawmaker looks to curb carjackings by banning violent video games. Here we go again. Citing an increase in carjackings in his district, an Illinois lawmaker wants to state a ban on the sale of violent video games, including the popular Grand Theft Auto. I swear to God, like every 5 years, Grand Theft Auto's in the news ever since Grand Theft Auto 3 had came out. I don't know if you guys remember the hot coffee scandal as well as a bunch of others, but it's like they always go to this game, and I don't even understand. Do they think this is the only violent video game? If you guys are going to try to make an argument, at least have multiple sources. Grand Theft Auto is not the only violent video game, but whatever. We're gonna go with that for the sake of the article, right? Sponsored by State Representative Marcus Evans Jr. Oh shit, I hope this is not a brother. Hold up, let's do a Google. Copy and paste that. Oh my God, he's black. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, he's black, y'all. I gotta, why? Why do you gotta be black? Anyways, I need Dave Chappelle to have another racial draft so we can make a trade for the black delegation, because Mr. Marcus Evans Jr., it's not looking too good for you. Also, look at this dude, bro. This motherfucker look corny as shit. Like, you supposed to be a state representative and shit. You supposed to actually be providing solutions. Like, why is your profile picture Photoshop? Look at his face, man. He clearly has some type of smoothing effect. You trying to be babyface, or you trying to solve the problems in Chicago? He got a porn stash too. Fuck out of here. But anyways, sponsored by the State Representative Marcus Evans Jr., House Bill number 3531 would change law restricting the sale of rental or violent video games to minors to prohibit the sales of all violent video games. It would also add the act of carjacking to the description of games that would be banned. Mr. Representative Marcus, I'm gonna take it that you don't play video games because you don't know that video stores that sell video games, they're not allowed to sell to minors already. If a minor has their hands on a game, like say your favorite game to go to, Grand Theft Auto, it's because mom or dad bought it for him, or a brother. Evans went on to tell Cheddar that the point of the bill is to start a conversation about why young Chicagoans are committing these crimes in greater numbers. In specific, he said, and by the way, before I quote this man, you know I gotta be an asshole and put my nerd music on and do my nerd voice because this guy's a fucking dweeb.
We have a huge issue here in some cities and some towns with carjackings. Thinking about some of the influences on some of the young people potentially, I filed this bill as an idea to get us thinking about ways to curb this terrible idea. Terrible, deviant behavior of carjacking.
Okay. Evans District and others in the Chicago area have seen a rash number of carjacking in the recent months. According to the Chicago police, they've received more than 350 reports of carjackings in January and February. But experts on the matter contend that there's likely little correlation between video games and violent behavior. This we already know. I swear to God, we've been talking about this like since the 90s, but if you guys need a reference, according to this article, PhD Chris Ferguson from Stetson University in Florida is on record saying,
there's no good reason to think that any regulation of violence in video games stopping the sale of games like Grand Theft Auto 5 to minors would have any impact whatsoever on carjackings in Chicago or any other form of violent crime.
Foremost, I would like to say that it's disappointing that in 2021 we're still having this conversation, even though there has been numerous studies done proving that there is no correlation between violent video games and inciting violence in minors. Second, it's also disappointing that this legislator is black. I'm gonna see if we can make a call to make a quick trade, an overnight trade. Maybe we can just get rid of him for some cash, or maybe we see what other team. I don't know if the whites are want him, or I don't know if the or the Hispanics or the Asians want him. I don't know. We're gonna see. If not, we're just gonna maybe have to just release him, take the L, because the black delegation is not fucking with this. Third, let's just use a little bit of logic, okay? Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013, Mr. Evans, if you're unaware, which is 8 years. This game has been out for almost 10 years. And all of a sudden, between the month of January and February, you're claiming there are more carjackings than ever than Chicago, and you're blaming a game that's been out for 8 years. I hate to break it to you, but if that was really the case, wouldn't there be an increase in carjackings over the last 8 years in Chicago, not the last 2 months? So that right there is an easy way to get rid of your stupid ass logic. Those of you unaware, yes, I was raised in DC, but my family, half my family is from Chicago, the South Side. So I spent a lot of times there. I spent my summers there a lot of times. And as someone who's been in the city a lot, the low end, I gotta say the biggest problem in Chicago is the lack of opportunity. A lot of these carjackings, a lot of the gun violence going on in Chicago, a lot of it stems from the fact that people just feel hopeless. And when you're desperate, you're going to do things that you might regret. It's honestly that simple. Poverty causes problems. And I hate to break it to you, but poverty has been around since the crack of dawn. And instead of addressing that simple issue and providing, some type of opportunity, you want to blame a video game that's been out for 8 years. And it's crazy because in this article, it claims this guy is actually from the South Side of Chicago. Are you sure? Not to get like super political, but it says in this article, this dude's a Democrat. This is an example of why you need to come up off that Democratic plantation. I'm not saying that I identify as a Republican either. I'm more so just like, I like to go whoever I think is the best candidate. I'm like an independent, I guess. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's a Democrat. He's a fucking idiot. There's idiotic Democrats. There's idiotic Republicans. People in Chicago, y'all better not vote for this fucking idiot, dude, because we got bigger problems to worry about. Hatred is still going. That's a bigger fucking problem, and it didn't come from Grand Theft Auto. Also, you know what? Before I wrap this shit up, I forgot to say, let me go back and look at the article, because I'm going on a tangent. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. This motherfucker had the nerve to say, the whole point of the bill is to start the conversation about why young Chicagoans are committing crimes in greater numbers. So he created this bill not to actually solve any problems, but to start a fucking conversation. Dude, just shut the fuck up, man. Shut up, dude. You spend more time in Photoshop trying to get your skin glistening, trying to get your soul glow, you bitch ass. Let me be civilized. I'm a changed man. Anyways, hit the like button on the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody who watched. If you guys want to enter my PS5 giveaway, click that link in the description box below, and I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.